Hey everyone! Use this video to sharpen your listening and comprehension as I speak. Ready? Today, I'm going to discuss living abroad. Having been an expat for a few years, I can share valuable insights on this topic. Let's begin with the positives. Living abroad opens up an entire world of new experiences, ideas, and cultures that you might never have imagined if you hadn't moved. The moment you step off the plane and realize that you're not just on vacation, but in your new home, it can hit you like a ton of bricks. No matter how much you've planned or how eager you are to live in that new country, the reality will often be overwhelming. But this fear can actually be a good thing, a kind of thrilling apprehension. You've probably heard of having butterflies in your stomach. Arriving in your new country and knowing you're about to build your life, there will definitely give you a serious case of butterflies, more like giant moths. But as I see it, that's a positive. Another advantage is the opportunity to learn a new language. Ideally, you'd already have a good grasp of the country's language, and being surrounded by native speakers will be a great way to improve. However, not everyone finds joy in learning a foreign language as I or other language enthusiasts do, so this could be a downside for some. I know people who've lived in a foreign country for years, 4, 5, or even 6, and still struggle with basic sentences. My advice? Study the language as much as possible before you go. If you arrive without any knowledge of the language, you won't just pick it up on the fly. It's not that simple. The conversations around you will sound like static noise. You need to study to reach a level where you can understand what people are saying. Then you can navigate the real world and enjoy speaking that language in your new home. Now, the biggest drawback of living abroad is clearly being far from your loved ones. This one's obvious. It's tough to be away from family and friends. Moving across the country is one thing, but relocating to a different country is a whole new level of difficulty, largely because visiting each other becomes much harder. While it's not the same as being with them in person, video chatting or calling your family helps. What's your take on this? It's not that different from face-to-face conversations, except for not being able to physically touch them. That's definitely the hardest part. Another downside is encountering aspects of the new country or culture that you dislike. In my experience, I adapted well to my new country, but there were aspects I struggled with, like poor infrastructure, lack of punctuality, and other minor issues. You should certainly try to adapt as much as possible, but some things might be too different or clash with your personality. That's the reality of living abroad. That's all for today. Leave a comment to share if you've ever lived abroad or if you're considering it. See you in the next video.